I really want to come here today, and I just want to check in with you guys. Just do a day like that. I think that I get so focused with Paint and Talk sometimes in coming up with a topic that's so not so, but like a degree of captivating or interesting that I do forget that there is like a real genuine value in just coming and being able to rant, or give myself a space to kind of talk about what's been going on in my own life and give you guys maybe a space in the comments to talk about things that you've been having going on lately. So often in this series, and this is by design, like I try and make sure the things I'm talking about I have a fair amount of distance from, which I think is good. I don't want it to be an often occurrence where I'm going like, well, yesterday I was doing this and it made me think about this, because I think that's a little bit, I don't know. I think just for myself, I like to give myself a little separation between what's going on in my own life and what I talk about on here. However, like I said, I think there's a value in just coming here to talk about it. At the time of you guys watching this, it'll be Monday. I'll be landing back in New York, and this is part of the reason I want to do this discussion. This is the last episode I'm pre-recording before I go away for just a weekend. I try not to pre-record too far into the future with these, because I think it loses a degree of authenticity, I feel like if you guys were watching me talk and it was like a recording from 3 months ago, that just feels antithetical to what I want this to be, so I try and keep things relatively, recent, up to date. But I'm going to Atlanta for 3 days, so the last 2 episodes you watched, or 3 episodes you watched, were pre-recorded, and this is going to be going up Monday. I'll be landing back in New York, as I said, as you guys watch this. I don't know about you guys, but anytime I'm about to go away or take a break from like something, whether it's work, school, Paint and Talk, my other videos, anything in my life, I get like really lazy with it the last few days, like in small ways even, where it's like, oh, I guess like today, I skipped the gym because I was like, I'm going away tomorrow. I might, why not? It's like it's not even like I'm going on a vacation, I'm just going down there to see some friends and such in Atlanta. And, it's not like I'm getting away, but it's not a vacation the way that I've been packing for it and buying new cargo shorts and looking forward to it. But I still, for some reason, just get a little lazy. I was thinking, 'cause I journaled about this morning, actually, where, I was really tempted to say, oh, this trip to Atlanta to get away from things for a minute, is, much needed, or whatever. The corny thing that, that white people say before they go on vacation. And, I was like, oh, I shouldn't feel that way, though, taking a vacation only in March. It's like I'm barely, the holiday season just happened. I feel lazy almost. But, I think that I forget sometimes that, every vacation is much needed, Every moment of rest is much needed. Speaking for myself, I will go on a limb and say that I think this could apply to a lot of people, though, where it's you don't just lay down at the end of the day and start scrolling mindlessly and, just sit and not think about anything and, lay in bed for 20 minutes for no reason. Usually it's because you're tired. I think everyone's going so much that, every little extra second of rest is very important. That's why I think, oversleeping. I've changed my perspective on that recently. It's kind of sometimes, as long as you're not getting fired or something, it's really necessary to just be no, I'm just gonna, I need this extra hour of sleep right now, despite the fact that I wanted to get up an hour early today. Because, I don't know, I just think, I think that those things are great. I also think that, this is a weird thing that I've been thinking about a lot recently. where it's like so much of our life now is unplanned leisure time, right? Where it's like, for me, I know so often I'm like, okay, I have this one movie I've been really wanting to watch. It's a Japanese samurai film that, of course, I forget the name of. I have a couple guesses, but I feel like I'll just come off as if I'm doing a terrible Japanese impression, and I don't want that out there, so I won't be guessing. There's this movie, so I've been wanting to watch this movie, and I'm always like, okay, tonight I'm gonna make sure I finish all my stuff 2 hours early, so I can sit down and I can finally watch this, right? And it never happens. Like, genuinely, it just never happens. And the thing is, okay, the movie's an hour and a half long. Let's say I need 2 hours to watch this thing. Totally, there are 2 hours of leisure in my day. And I challenge all you to find that there are probably 30 to 40 minutes minimum of leisure in your day that's just unplanned. Like, you waste 10 minutes on your phone here and there, and that adds up, and then that makes it so you're rushing more than you would be. Or maybe I'm just really bad at time management. This could totally be me just self-reporting and going like, this happens to all of us, right, guys? I'm sure I've done that a lot on the series. But, like, this is, so I think so much of our lives now are this unplanned leisure time that we don't want to do a lot of the time, or you know, sometimes we just don't even have control over it, and it genuinely stops us from doing the types of leisure we want to do. For me, it's watching a movie, because I make sure that a lot of my work is things that are otherwise hobbies, you know, like I try and take things such as painting, or drawing, or making videos. I try and take these things as seriously as a job. One, because I do make a portion of my income off that, and that's great. So grateful for that. Two, though, just because, like, without that, there wouldn't be time for it if I didn't take it that seriously. So I try to take it really seriously. But, like, think of how much time you could have if you didn't spend those 10 minutes every hour on your phone, you know, or anything like that. But you really can't control it, right? Like, it's kind of, I don't know, I feel like there's going to be some people out there that are like, no, you can totally control it. And you're probably right. But I don't know, that's such an easier said than done thing, you know? So much of our lives are spent on our phone now, that I'm a big believer that any time that you can genuinely plan for leisure time, as lazy as it might feel, like, do it. Totally do it. Because how often do you get to do that now? Like, I know for me personally, so I'm going to Atlanta this weekend. I'm doing a long weekend there, like I've said it a million times by now. And I'm not missing any work, so that's fine. But, like, I'm gonna take 2 or 3 days off of recording this. And, like, I remember one of my friends were asking me to come down there. I was like, oh, I don't know, like I could, but, like, I had this thing I'm recording. Like, I felt guilty doing it because I was like, no, I got Paint&Talk. Like, I feel like I need to work on that. I feel like it's like, you know, all the progress is gonna stop, or I'm gonna come back on Monday to film and I'm gonna be rusty and everyone's gonna be like, this sucks. You know, I had all these fears coming to my head, and, like, it just took me a second to knock the sense into myself of, like, no, like, totally do that. Like, everything will be there when you get back. You'll be okay. And you need to just, like, you need to go take some planned leisure time that you never get to do, to get away from things, you know? And I think that is, I'm glad I came to that conclusion on things, because it was like, you know, sometimes you just gotta do that, I think. I also think, like, you know, going on a little tangent here to satisfy the logical side of my brain, there is a degree in which doing something like that is investing in yourself, isn't there? Where it's like, what interesting things would I have to say if I just came and painted all day every day, you know? That's, of course, an exaggeration, but a significant portion of my time is taken up doing you know, Paint&Talk. Like, it's like, what interesting things would I get to say then if I if I just did that. And of course, that's not the reality. I hang out with friends, I do things when I'm here in New York still, but it's important. It is an investment in yourself to be like, I'm going to go away, I'm going to do that. That's how you stay interesting, you know? Nobody ever wants, not speaking as an artist, but just speaking as like a human being, a liver, as we know I always say. Nobody's interested in a person who is just kind of like isn't expanding their horizons and doing new things and trying new opportunities. You know, these things are extremely important to being a well-rounded person. I know I'm not interested in people who are staying stagnant, not at all. I'm always trying to improve something in myself, and I love the fact that a lot of my friends have that same mindset of like, no, I want to be different tomorrow. You know, if tomorrow is the same as today, I view that as a failure. I think that's really cool. I think that's a great trait in people, just in general. So I think, like, you know, I want to be interested in myself. I think, you know, I was thinking of other ways to phrase that, because I feel like that's almost a little bit of a self-involved thing to say, right? Of like, I think it's important that I'm interested in myself. But I do think that's true. I don't want to be sitting around with myself and go, damn, I'm boring. Like, you guys ever meet somebody where it's like, and this is no shade, if anyone in my life is watching this, is no shade to any of you, because I don't surround myself with anyone like this. But we've all met somebody, right, where it's just like, you're fucking boring. Like, you have nothing to talk about. You have very few interests, and like, you don't really dive deep into them. You know, isn't that the whole like NPC meme, right? Like, I feel like my biggest fear ever would be going like just waking up one day and be like, damn, I'm so boring. Like, I settled somewhere along the line, and now I'm just sitting back thinking about the same thoughts I've thought about for the last 10 years, you know? A big thing I always say to myself, like one of my cringy motivational mantras is like, stay on your feet and like stay at it and you're gonna be fine. You know what I mean? And I think that's true, I really do. I've talked before in the past about how I think quitting is the only form of failure. So like, I do wholeheartedly believe that. And I think part of staying on your feet and staying on it is taking a little bit of leisure time. So with that, the painting is finished, and that has been approximately 12 minutes of me justifying a weekend in Atlanta. No, but really, I hope this was somewhat bearable. I think, what are we on, episode 83? Don't want to make this an every 10 episodes kind of thing where I do a check-in like this. I think there's been one other that I've done along the series, but I think it's nice to do. I think it's important to do every now and again, where it's just like, hey, this is just what I'm thinking about today. There's nothing to talk about here, and we're gonna go over that. Let me know in the comments what you guys have been thinking about. This is the painting. I just literally threw on a bunch of different blues and blended them, and it looks awesome. I'm in love with this, actually. You definitely can, actually, I don't know for sure. Sometimes the camera surprises me with how much detail it can capture. But definitely go check out this one on the Instagram. I think there's a lot of like I'm really liking the like close-up details in this, how the different blues all shine through. I probably seem so insane right now in the video though, because I'm just staring at a blue canvas going like, I love this. But definitely go check this one out over on Instagram. And until tomorrow, guys, gals, and pals, my name is Max Dice. This has been Paint and Talk episode 83. I'm here every morning painting and talking with you all. And tomorrow it'll be like me in real time, not me from 2 days ago. It'll be me in real time back talking with you all. Kind of weird that I have to go into that. That's a weird, trippy thing, right?